This is Coni, this is Aidan. We've been converting our 2015 Ford Transit 250 van. This one is a high roof and it's a 148 wheelbase van. In this video we're gonna tackle like around 3 things. We're gonna show you, we have our floors. We also are gonna work in our insulation and in the pre-wiring of our van. We're gonna start insulating our windows too. Make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching, and
stay
let's
tuned.
Get working.
Don't touch that dial.
Let's get working. Finally ready to install our flooring, we grabbed some sample colors and headed to Lawless.
Oh man.
So many options.
So Connie asked me what kind of floor I wanted, and basically every color I picked looked exactly like whatever we have in it already. So she said, might as well just do it like we have it already. Connie said that she was really going for the sauna look. She really likes the JCC sauna and how they've got that set up. So we're gonna set this up entirely like that. In fact, if we stay here in New Orleans in the summer, we might just have ourselves a sweat box.
Okay, so we went with Pergo Duracraft. We went with vinyl plank flooring. We saw it's the best option. We didn't want it to go with like the roll that you kind of like put glue on it, because some people say that with the heat you can get like bubbles, and we don't want that. Like, it doesn't resist the heat very well. So we trust that this is the best material. We went with this color. It's called Champagne Oak. We love it. It's like a brown, not too dark, not too clear, not too orange. We think it's gonna go really well with like earthy colors. So we are super excited. For the first row, we immediately got cutting some wheel shapes, and then continued the next day. I am so excited.
So we put our vinyl flooring all the way to the back of the van in one row, and what we're doing now is the part that we had to cut off at the end, the little curved part at the end of our van, we're gonna make straight so we can use this at the front and make some
A new road.
new row.
There goes the first box. Good thing we have 3. Estoy tan feliz. Qué increíble. Estoy poniendo el piso ahora y me encanta. Lo encuentro hermoso. Estoy demasiado feliz con lo que elegimos. Es una satisfacción increíble. Nunca pensé que iba a ser algo así. Maravilloso ver que tenga un piso. Ay. Oh, ya, estoy demasiado contenta. Sigamos.
I know you crushed it.
Wow! And we got our shower pan! Oh my goodness. We bought 3 boxes and we are actually short, so we had to buy 1 more box. So for the ones that are working with a 148 wheelbase está quemando plástico or rubber. For the ones that are working with a 148 wheelbase, we're probably gonna need 4 boxes of wine.
I think we have 148.
But go for 3 first, see how it goes.
I think that was one thing we were thinking about. And then, I mean, the house is great.
Tiene estas flechas, así sabemos que va para abajo. Acá ven, perfecto. Do you like it? Beautiful. It just looks so nice. I love it. Got our insulation. It's Havelock Wool. It says it's fast, easy, and safe installation requiring no special protective clothing, which is awesome. Class A rated for fire resistant and smoke development, which is very important. And then treated with boric acid to resist insects. So hopefully it doesn't support the growth of mold, passive air filtration. This is the way it looks, and the smell, everybody says like, oh yeah, it's not too bad, but honestly, if I get really close to it, it's super strong, but it's not terrible. Whew. I mean, it's just like being in, you know, a farm, so. So this is our first box. I hope we can like do the best we can, because we're putting this in the smaller areas, and the van is basically eating up the whole insulation already. After filling the small areas, upper cubbies, and a couple bottom ones, the first box of wool was done. Continuing with 2 more boxes, we got the roof partially done and bottom cubbies. We'll cover windows, doors, and the rest as we leave space for cables and more. The plan to cover our windows will be to create layers. Since we don't want any wool to be visible through the outside, we'll cut the silver reflective insulation with the shape of the windows. Cover it with black fabric and then fill the space with wool so it's contained. I covered them with the black fabric, and that way, well, it's not the fanciest thing, so it's gonna look very ugly when I put it, but it's gonna do its job. So I'm gonna put it here, the black part, obviously towards the outside. Now what we're gonna do next is gonna make sure it stays and put the wool insulation. We're gonna put it in the back of our windows. We're gonna put the wool here with some spray. We're gonna glue it to it, and then we're gonna have all of our layers, and our windows will be insulated. So thumbs up for that. And this is the result of our insulated window.
Wow.
Bueno, the idea is that we are gonna obviously like cover these with nice wood and everything. And now we have the insulated windows.
We're gonna make the shape a lot better. Don't worry.
Comments? Opinions? Is it a good idea? Yeah. happy with it. We'll tell you in the future if it worked or didn't.
I'm gonna hit that bottle, it's on like Donkey Kong.
We had been studying about electrical a lot. So after an evening coffee, we were ready to create the list of appliances that will work with electricity in our van. In this list, we included things like our coffee machine, blender, refrigerator, fans, water pump, water heater, puck lights, Nintendo Switch, solar panels, and more.
Well, we've used this cord to tape every foot so that we can have a big ruler as we try to figure out where these wires go. And that way we can just use one of them to try to figure out how far it is from wherever the wire needs to go for like direct DC connections, and this area over here where we plan to have the distribution hubs for AC and DC power. We've got triplex cable for all the AC circuits, 10 gauge. I'm not going to go through each gauge because we're going to put a link down below in the description to some good calculators from Exploris and some other sources we found on the internet. But the first thing to do is to size all your wires like we did, running a single tape measure that we made out of string throughout the van, and then we use those sizes plus the max amps of each appliance to calculate what kind of wire we should buy. Last thing to do is, some of these wires we're going to put conduits and things to protect them as they run through the various parts of the van or behind somewhere where there's maybe a sharp edge like metal.
Now that we have our cables, we are ready to pre-wire our van. We believe that as long as we are super organized, label every cable, and leave at least 2 feet extra on each side, we should be fine. We'll be getting our solar panels soon, and then hopefully some batteries to make these connections work.